Hey everybody, welcome to April 20th, 2015, Monday. It's what's the actual official day's name? Did we see?
420 Blaze It real good.
420 Blaze It Real Good.
I don't fucking know
I don't
who's
know.
making that
I
shit.
don't even know the actual name of the day. It's like it's I don't know, what's it called? Weed Day? Like it's the day you
Get
blaze,
real high,
you
nigga.
get high. That's most likely probably the reason a lot of people didn't come into work today when I think of it. Because today at work, oh, by the way, this is actually April 20th, by the way. It's not the next day. It's actually today. If you saw yesterday's vlog, it's actually the same vlog we just did. All the shit is still right here in the bed, so it hasn't been put away yet. Um, yeah, I just realized that's most likely the reason people did not come in today to work. A lot of people were missing. A lot of people. And I just realized maybe that's one of the reasons. Because for sure, there's one guy. I know he didn't come in because of today's April 20th.
Yeah, nigga.
I know he didn't. Because I'm not saying he's a bad guy. His name is Steven at work. Uh, and I know he gets high. I know he does. I'm surprised no one's drug tested him or anything like that. But I know he's actually a really cool guy. Well to work with. Even when he's, high. He's actually well to work with. And I should have realized today is the day, and if he didn't even show up, and he didn't, I was like, "Fuck!" I should have noticed that. Um. Oh wait, there's actually two things I'd like to talk about today. I just saw something. So today, I actually saw this movie yesterday with my baby niece Valerie, but she's not here at this moment, so that's good. She's not gonna keep screaming. Uh, Elsa is me, Elsa, and Frozen is Olaf or whatever she says a lot. And if you don't already know from me saying that, in from the title and the thumbnail and shit, I finally saw the movie Frozen, and the hype was barely kind of real, barely. I tried to not hype myself up for something that I swear was not going to be that great. It, in general, it was an okay, a little above okay movie. So the plot is, there's these two girls. They're like, I don't know, 5 and 6 or 7 years old or whatever, and they're just having fun. I guess Elsa is the one that has these powers that they never explain how she has them, and if they did, it might have been for a brief second, and you would never even really know. And she has these powers that's like Iceman. She just freezes shit, right? And I guess bad things happen when she was a kid, and she's not gonna be able to control them when she's older and shit, which is true. And they're like, let's put her sister away from her, and her sister's called Anna. So Anna was basically like, you could never talk to your sister ever again, ever until like ever. And like, I guess she almost killed her sister somehow by putting some frozen bullshit into her head. At least it wasn't her heart, so she wouldn't die. Her head they fixed. Some trolls like, you can't ever spend time with Anna again, blah blah. And they're like, okay, we'll lock them up in a mansion until they're like 21 or some bullshit age like that. And basically, their parents die because they are going to who knows where. They die, and then Elsa, she's older, so she becomes the queen. And the day of the ceremony when she has to become the queen, I guess they let the doors open in the mansion, which no one's seen inside the mansion for so many years. And it's like the biggest ceremony ever. And Anna, she's, never seen any other real person other than like the servants and shit. She'd never been outside, so that's probably pretty sad. And she was like super excited and kind of somewhat desperate to meet anybody and talk to anyone and meet the guy. And Elsa, the one with the powers, she's scared to meet anybody because she's afraid she's going to harm him in some kind of way. And basically, what happens, this little ceremony gathering was happening, and Anna meets this guy, don't remember his name, pretty forgetful. And then, pretty forgetful, not gonna lie. Uh, let's call him Prince Charming for a second. Prince Charming. I guess they're relating or whatever, and she was like super desperate, and she's like, "Oh, I found the one," even though it was a guy she just met the one day on the first day. She met some guy and she wants to marry him and blah blah. Blah. And Elsa was like, "No, you met him today, so that's no way you could do it because it's realistically in real life, who would like meet somebody, decide to get married the same day, the first day they met the person, right? And not to say, oh, because it's true love. No, fuck that. So, I mean, come on. If you say it's true love at first sight, don't say you're gonna get true love because you're gonna get married the first freaking day as well. To fucking know the person, even though if you feel like you know the person anyways, take time to fucking marry the person, man. So, uh, so that happens, and I guess Elsa accidentally does her frozen powers that no, she didn't want anyone knowing she has these frozen powers at this dance, the ball thing. I don't know what's it called, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, she's evil and shit." So it's kind of like the Beauty and Beast at that part. And then the sister's like, "No, Anna," or no, not Anna. "No, Elsa, don't leave," or whatever. And then she's fucking running away, and then
Banana, no.
and then she's running away, making the whole entire kingdom of Asgard or something frozen up. Yeah, punning the name frozen, like frozen up and shit, making it snow and what's not, and making the lakes cold and frozen. So she runs away to the very top of some mountain, and then Anna's like, "I need to go find my sister," which she does without Prince Charming. She let him stay because she's like, someone needs to watch the place or some bullshit. So he does, and then on her way to see her sister, she meets this guy. I forgot his name too. Because I swear, I don't hear these names as much often as Olaf, Elsa, and Anna as much. I swear. So we're going to call him Chris. Why Chris? Because he looks like a Chris to me. So Chris, he has this reindeer, which I do not know the name of either. He has his reindeer, and like I guess there's a little side story before the actual all this shit happened. Like I guess he sells ice for a living, and it's kind of bad because well, it's the whole fucking valley is frozen up. So yeah, and I don't know. She just meets him at some cabin that sells equipment for rock climbing or something. I don't know. And they're like, "Hey, can you help me find my sister?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, because, well, I got nothing else to do other than sell ice to somebody that nobody needs." I was like, "Okay." And I guess they go on an adventure looking for the sister. They run into wolves, which breaks their sled because he has a sled because he has a reindeer. He's not Santa Claus, but he just does. And in some magic way, when Elsa was running to the woods, she somehow made like a snowman, and the snowman came to life. Some magical somehow, I don't know. And I guess this snowman found Anna, and they're like, "Hey, Anna, I know you since I was like when you were like a kid or something." And she's like, "Oh, it's Olaf or whatever, Olaf or Olaf, Olaf." I feel like it's Olaf. Olaf. If it's Olaf, my bad. I'm just gonna say Olaf. Olaf. Then I don't fucking know. Olaf. And so the snowman that's magical, still alive, because of snow. Anna, Chris, and a reindeer is looking for a sister. At the very top of this mountain, and they eventually get there. While back at Asgard or something, they're like, "Hey, we need fire and blankets and food and shit like that." And they're curious, is like, "Oh, hey, how is the sister? Where did Anna go? Did they come back? We should kill the sister, blah, blah, blah." And they're like, "Not even," and stuff. And then, like, a horse that was with Anna when she was going to her sister or something at the beginning, which I forgot to mention, there's a horse, comes back somehow telling Prince Charming, he's like, "Hey, Anna's, like, missing." And then Prince Charming, and a bunch of other people go find him, or sorry, her, go find them. Well, really her. They don't know there's them yet, but yeah, whatever. So they go find her and the sister or whatever. And I guess Anna finds Elsa in this like crystal like castle that she made while singing "Let It Go." And I'm not gonna sing it. I know like a little bit of the words, but I don't even know it that much. All I just know is like "Let it go, let it go." And that's it. So and then once she makes this castle, which looks pretty cool, she's like, "Come on, Anna. Oh, not Anna. Come on, Elsa. Come back to Asgard or something because you're my sister and I love you." And like, no, Anna, you have to go back to Asgard because I don't want to hurt anybody. And then she gets mad, telling her sister to go away. She makes an evil, bigger snowman attack them or something, and then they kind of like go away or something. And then at that time when they're going away, Prince Charming meets Elsa at some later point, and they're like, let's do the exact same thing but with fight and shit. And people are trying to kill her, and Prince Charming's like, no, nigga, you can't do that shit. We're trying to get her back and shit. And they somehow do that. I forget how to do it. Oh yeah, they make her unconscious by something. And they bring her back to Asgard, but you know, she has frozen power, she breaks shit. So she kinda does after leaving this jail cell thing. And Prince Charming is like, I'm gonna make you look not guilty or something. And that's kind of what happens at that point. Well, Anna and the gang, they're like, hey, let's go meet my family, Chris says. And he's talking to rocks, and they think he's crazy. And then the rocks start to move, and like, oh, they're actual trolls. And fucking, they're like, fucking, oh, you brought a girlfriend. And they started singing a song, which, by the way, this song has like 7 to 8 songs, and only this far in the movie, which I've already said, or even more, and I don't even know it. And they're like, yeah, fucking, let's sing a song about your girlfriend and some shit. And then they kind of do that. And they're like, no, I need help to make Anna not die with this thing that happened, which I forgot to mention, that Elsa attacked Anna by her heart and she could die. And her hair's turning white. And it's like, oh no, chicken. They're like, let's go save her somehow. Only true love can prevail. Like every other Disney movie. It's like, okay, sure, let's do that. So Anna and the gang had to go find her sister, or not sister, Prince Charming, because they think that the kiss or something would change that she won't die. And then going back to Asgard or something, freaking Anna, she's like, Prince Charming kissed me or whatever, and then they were until he turned evil or something last minute. I guess he was evil the whole time. And fucking, he's like, I'll kiss you if someone actually loved you, blah, blah, blah. And I only used you because you were desperate and blah, blah, blah. And I'll take over the kingdom and blah, blah, blah. I have 12 brothers that has their own kingdoms or something. And they're like, yeah. And then she's like, no, I'm going to die and stuff. And then she gets locked up in a room that's all frozen up and shit. And then Olaf comes out of the window. She's like, or no, she's not. She's like, it's more like a guy. He's like, oh no, Anna, you need to heat up or whatever. And then I guess they get an epiphany saying, oh, I know who your true love is. It's Christopher Robin or whatever his name is. And then I guess from that point on, they're like, let's go find Chris or something. And then the reindeer, which doesn't talk, but kind of like makes sounds and expressions with his faces and shit, tells Chris, you have to go back for Anna because you kind of fell for her and you like her and true love prevails and shit. And you're like, you're right. So he kind of does, because there's a big floating cloud of evil or something that Elsa's doing, because now she's free from the chain cells because she does stuff, making the magical kingdom of Asgard more frozen up. And he's like, oh no, I gotta go save Anna and shit. So that kind of happens, and then he's running, or not, he's not running, he's riding back with his reindeer back to Asgard while Anna is looking for Chris / Elsa. And then Elsa is like, get away from me, all of you, because don't want to kill anybody. And then Prince Charming is like, no, Elsa, come back. We just want to capture you so you can die and stuff, which he told Oh, sorry. Yeah, he told Elsa that her sister died, and now she's upset because of all this. Because now it's even more crazier snow. Because of the whole snow into heart thing that she kind of did, but she didn't realize it actually worked or whatever. And all that shit was happening, and then I guess like I don't know, like there's something happens. I forget what happens. Like some kind of bizarre twist happens. Like she sees Anna sees Chris on the reindeer, but she also sees uh, Prince Charming about to attack Elsa, and she saves Elsa instead, and she becomes a frozen statue. And by doing that, she dies or something. But she stopped the attack of Prince Charming. But then, I guess because she loved her sister so much that she protected her, she comes back to life because that's a true act of love. And they're like, "Oh my God, Anna, you didn't die and shit." And then they're like, "Let's attack Prince Charming because he's evil." So that kind of happens, and then I guess Elsa realizes that her power is not evil because she can make good things happen with ice powers that she didn't think it was possible because she didn't felt the love that she thought she didn't have, but she did have. And then I guess by doing that, she kind of makes wintertime back to summertime, its original standing point. And then Chris over there in the other side of the lake or whatever starts to run over there and then starts explaining shit, and they all start explaining shit, and then realistically Anna kisses Chris, and then they're like happy and shit, and then throughout the movie the reindeer keeps trying to eat the little like carrot off Olaf, but he never does. And then when he actually does at the end of the movie, he just spits it out and gives it back to Olaf because it's like, it's your nose, nigga, you get to have it and stuff. And Elsa, she's like, "I'm not afraid to use my powers anymore. Let's never close up the mansion ever again because it was a bad thing or something." And then Prince Charming, he got sent to jail back to his country of where the fuck he came from, and there was some other country there like Weasel Town or something, and they're like, I guess their partner town or something that didn't really do shit. They were kind of evil because they wanted Elsa dead, but yet she's not. She's like, "Oh, we're not doing business with you anymore because you do shit for us." I was like, okay, and then that happened. So they all kind of lived in a magical kingdom of ice powers, and that was really it, including Olaf because there's no fucking snow. But Elsa made his little cloud thing following him all the time, which is continuously snowing for him to stay alive. And that's really it. And then they just kind of live happily ever after. So everything I just said, kind of what I told DBZ, but he doesn't see it as much, but he sort of sees it, I guess, is referencing all this shit kind of like Beauty and the Beast. I still see it like Beauty and the Beast. Would I watch Beauty and the Beast over this? I'll probably watch Frozen more than Beauty and the Beast, but fucking, it reminded me of Beauty and the Beast. It just does. The only thing I told DBZ that my biggest complaint is that I don't know how he got the fucking powers. I'm hoping that explains it in the sequel because they confirmed it. I even talked about it in a vlog like a month or two ago. Probably a month ago. And I don't know what else. Like fucking, like I bet they're probably gonna go into more detail how Anna and Chris does after the movie, blah blah blah, and how Olaf does stuff and the reindeer too, and whatever else. So, but realistically, if I would watch it again, I would watch it. But I'm like, I don't have to watch. I can just hear the movie in the background or something. It's not like if it comes to like exciting parts, I might watch it. Or if I'm super bored, I put it on again. But it as a Disney movie alone, I don't see it as great as some of the more classics. I mean, it's not Frozen's not gonna be a classic. It's gonna be an instant classic. I know that for future generations to come. But I don't see it as of like better than some of the other Disney movies I've seen, like Lion King. Pocahontas actually felt like it was better to me. Uh, Aladdin, Mulan, and just a couple other ones I can't think of the top of my head. But even some of the Pixar movies were kind of better than that. But for animation and like visual wise, it looked really fucking great. I'm not gonna lie, it looked really fucking great. But as of the plot, it was kind of really just generic and basic stuff that's already taken from other Disney movies, just more newer. That's it. Nothing like, hey, look, something different for once or something. Like they're lesbian. I don't fucking know, but like nothing different. So it's kind of generic. It wasn't a movie like this. It's a girl overpowering somebody, like a powerful woman movie like Mulan. It wasn't something more like, it was more like Beauty and the Beast. The Beast is in love with the Beauty, but the Beast is the girl and the Beauty is the girl, but yet they get along anyways. But they're not kissing because they're not lesbian. So it's kind of like that. And of course, there's an evil prince, but in Beauty and the Beast, it wasn't a prince. It was like the village hunter main guy or something. Still basically the villain, and he gets sent to jail and whatever. And of course, the Beast has powers, including the Beast from like Frozen, which is Elsa. She has powers too. And of course, there's sidekicks that's movable objects like teapots and shit. And then Olaf was kind of that thing. And I don't know if there was any animal companions. It might have been. Don't think so. But just a reindeer. And all this kind of happened in a village, just like Frozen did, in this somewhat town village. So I see a lot of similarities in that. And of course, the fucking movie was like screaming every damn, I want to say 15 minutes or less with a song in there.
Yeah, the musical shit.
Like every scene for sure had a song. Even it's like even if they just thought like maybe I don't want to be alone in life, they sing about it. Let it go. Let's sing about it. Let's make a snowman for peak's sake. Just sing about that. It's like let's sing about anything, and that's it. And that's the music for the movie. That's kind of what I got out of it. And probably the two most generic music in there is probably Let It Go and You Want to Build a Snowman. I know there's another one in there. I don't remember the name of it. I know, but when I think of other Disney movies like Lion King, of course you would think of the Circle of Life song and uh, Can't Wait to Be King and other ones like that. There's some other songs that you barely might know. Maybe the most iconic one out of the one movie or two, like Mulan is We Are Men, and Hercules is the Hercules. I don't know how it goes. I don't even know the name of it that well. But, like, Aladdin is probably the you never got a friend like me or something like that before. And whatever. Like, it has all the generics of a Disney movie, but too familiar of older Disney movies that they probably just reamped for the newer generation. So if you were a kid watching this, yeah, I could see how you for sure love it. But if you're like a teenager or an adult and you've seen movies just like that, it just makes you want to watch the older movies more. And that's kind of really what I got from it. I just wanted to watch Lion King, Aladdin, and Mulan again, even though I saw that like a year ago or less because of Valerie. I saw Tarzan a while ago too, but fucking all that stuff's just kind of generic at this point. Nothing brand new and exciting. So, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's good to go, classic and stuff, but I think the last one that actually was different was the the Princess and the Frog. And yeah, it was exactly like Princess and the Frog, like from the stories, but it went more newer. like I guess she's from New Orleans and shit like that, and this evil witch doctor and shit. So that stuff was like unexpected and pretty interesting and even different. But yet Frozen, I didn't get any of that. So like I don't see how that was the most grossing movie of last year. I don't. I remember it was the most exciting movie I saw last year. Because I didn't go to the movie theaters as much. Oh yeah, I did. Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like that was probably better than anything. I know a bunch of other movies came out, but in my opinion, I really liked Guardians of the Galaxy. But animation-wise, yeah, probably it's Frozen because I can't think of any other animation movies that's probably as great. And if there was,
Battle of the Gods.
but that's an anime. I mean, yeah, I would automatically pick that one, but I mean, that's actually supposed to be a full good movie. Like, not saying it's a bad movie, like a full movie that's supposed to be in theaters, and then Battle of Gods will be in theaters for like maybe a week, which it was like a week. Not like a worldwide like main movie franchise or something like that. Because it started off as an anime, manga, then anime and all that shit. So I don't know, like Frozen wasn't that great to me. DBZ never seen it. He heard the whole thing. He heard it.
Like, fuck.
So he's probably one of the first people to maybe the first people to say he heard the whole entire movie, but never saw it. I don't know, just it felt like they could have done a lot of things better. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad movie at all, it's just super generic. That was it. Wasn't a waste of time. It wasn't, but it was okay. Realistically, my rating for it would just be a 7. Like a 7. It's a solid 7. That includes the music and such, because every Disney movie has to have a good music in there. It has to. So, that's most likely in my review. And also, I like if you need to know something, which I pretty doubt you need to, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I was watching the sing-along version of it, and I don't know the words. I don't know the words. Of course, I could read the words and stuff because it's a sing-along version, but my baby niece Valerie knew the words by heart because she knew it. She watched that movie so many damn times, and I was kind of laughing because I was like, "Damn, she knew the words." So I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of hoping the second movie isn't as generic, because I don't see the hype in it. I don't. How people got super excited and super loving Frozen as much, because I just thought it was an okay movie. If you hate me because of that, I get it, but then it's just my opinion on it, and that's just how I feel. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, it's a good movie, but if you've never seen any of the older Disney movies, it's probably an amazing movie for you. But if you have, you're just going to compare it to others. But if you think of it as a standalone movie, I guess you can still think the same way. Maybe it's still good, but I don't know. It's just whatever. Even if it's a standalone movie, there's other movies that's already done that, but funnier and more clever, like Shrek and Madagascar and other fucking movies. Like, I don't know, just a bunch of random shit. But DVD, what is your opinions on Frozen?
Oh, fuck it, I never watched it.
Opinions on Frozen of any caliber, anything?
No, not really.
You have nothing?
Not really that much.
Have you knew anyone that was hyped to see the movie or talking about the movie a lot? I don't get it.
Not really.
Because just thank God it never made a video game for about the damn movie. That surprises me. No video game for a Disney movie? What? Even though that was the most rage thing ever back in the 90s and 80s and early 2000s. So, yeah, I talked about Frozen probably this whole vlog. So hey, that's gonna most likely be it for today. Because I do have something else I'd like to talk about, but I'll probably leave it for another vlog because it's something DBZ and I learned about the PS2. I never knew about it. I feel pretty stupid not knowing about it, but hey, I was trying to watch it on my PS2, and I watched it. So yeah, DBZ has no opinions on it. He doesn't know much about it. He probably knows as much as hearing it and me trying to explain it in my most ghettoest way possible. Because I called Elsa, Anna, Chris, the guy with the reindeer, Olaf, and Prince Charming from Asgard and shit. So, pretty generic. Like I said, hopefully the sequel is better. That's it. But other than that, that's my review for Frozen. Gets a 7. It gets a 7. A solid 7. If I have to go any higher, 7.5. For what? Because I don't fucking know. I'd rather watch Lion King and Aladdin again. Because it's a whole new world. In places you never knew. Somebody in the mother bomb. Anyways, that's it for today, everybody. If you like what you heard, I guess, because I'm just talking about it, you're not watching any visuals of it. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below. If you hate what I said, tell me in the comments if you just hate the video in general of what I said about it. Just like it, but
Skylanders fanboy, where are you?
no. Not now. Not now.
Well, actually, I really like Frozen too. Like, oh no, not this
Oh
again.
my god. Swear to God. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, it's just not as great as the rest. So.
Well, somebody's still stuck in the 90s nostalgia because you can't accept anything newer today.
I just said if it was a standalone title, I still think it would have been okay. But like every genre of everything that Disney's ever done, even if it's not Disney, if it's DreamWorks or somebody else, they have already done it. I swear, I think even Nickelodeon's done it already too. Anyways, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys all tomorrow to tell you what the fuck is happening in the world of my life. That's it. The world of my life. So, once again, everybody, thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow. And even though it's 420, you get my permission if you're old enough to, you know, blaze one up. So.
As long as you're over 13, you're fine.
Is it really? Is there really an age?
No, not really for weed. Fuck, you could be any thing, they'll do it.
Alright, if you really don't know, just be at least 18 or older, okay?
Fuck that.
I would say in case people will be like offended for what I said, because I really don't know.
Yeah,
I don't.
Okay, you say that for me. I'm just like fucking.
I know. I'm just saying it because I have audiences of all different ages, of course.
Yeah, I don't have an audience whatsoever, so I don't give a shit what I say.
I know. So if you're old enough, go ahead. But if I don't know,
If you have some, just light it up and have some fun and fuck the police.
Sure. Just be at least 18. Stay safe. That's it. Stay home with your family if you need to. If they do the same thing, cool, great. But if you don't, just watch out, I guess, in case you're still going to do it for some reason. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not influencing you to do it. But if you do it on your own terms, don't blame it on me because I'm not going to say it's for sure.
Do it because you'll be the most amazing feeling of all time.
No.
As you listen to Tupac saying, hit him up and fuck the police by NWA.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody, thank you for watching. Blaze it up and Frozen's generic. Whatever. Alright, once again.
Terrible role model for children.
Yeah, no. I hate Skylanders. Frozen's okay. I'm telling them to blaze it up. And yet, I don't like Skyrim or Minecraft. Perfect role model for children nowadays.
It's ruined all the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, just go watch something better. Go watch Disney. Go watch Disney's Aladdin or something. The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, whatever. Don't want to blaze it up. All right, cool. Just go drink a soda then. Fuck it. And then for Minecraft and Skylanders, go get amiibos and what can you build? Just get Legos. Just get Legos. And then for Skyrim, get Skyward Sword. That's a better game than that. And then I don't know. I think that's it. Just so do all that shit. So yeah, that's it for today, everybody. Once again, now I want to say goodbye. No more. Okay. Any last words, Busy? Okay. Alright, I'm done for today. I'll see you guys all tomorrow, okay? Deuces!